Hello folks, and welcome to this week's Hi-Fi News, etc. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a nice weekend. I hope you're relaxing. I hope you're not doing any work. I hope you're sitting on your backside and doing nothing at all. Or some activity that you find relaxing. I'll give you that. Anyway, before we get to the Hi-Fi newsy bit, which is the point of this video, hey, before we get to that, let's do a little bit of trivia. And for this week's trivia, we're going to stay with the law. Criminal activity, that's what we're going to talk about in this particular video. Let's get to the question. And the question is this: 3 real-life criminal couples inspired 3 different songs by Bruce Springsteen, Georgie Fame, and the Smiths. Who were they? Who were the criminal couples? One more time. 3 real-life criminal couples inspired 3 different songs by Bruce Springsteen, Georgie Fame, and the Smiths. Who were they? Yes, I say this all the time, but I'll say it one more time. Please, no research, no Googling, none of that AI stuff. Blimey, I can say that now, can't I? None of that chat GPT querying. Is that what you do on chat GPT? Searching? Whatever. No research. It'll just spoil things. This is just a bit of fun. Have a little think. At the end of the video, I will give you the answers. All 3. 1 or 2 are quite wordy, so settle back. Hi-Fi News. And first up, we have a bit of a strange one. It's an interesting one. It could be a glorious one. It might be a big disappointment. Who knows? The news item is we have new audio cassettes from Revox. Those audio cassettes include blanks to record upon and also tape supplied to the music industry so they can provide pre-recorded. So we have the US-based national audio company and the Swiss audio company Revox, and they've got together to produce, as they call it, high quality, put that in inverted commas for now, cassette tapes, both, as I say, for the music industry and blanks for enthusiasts. To that end, a production line for cassette tape by National Audio is being installed at the Revox manufacturing plant in Villingen, in Germany, is that how I pronounce it? Apologies if not. Which means that, reportedly, Revox becomes the market leader for both blank cassettes as well as music cassettes and operates one of the largest cassette plants in Europe. The cassettes will be released under the Revox brand, and there will be 3 different cassette type qualities on offer, including Type 2 or Chrome. Haven't been given a list of the others. That hasn't been officially announced yet, but I'm sure you can guess what the others may be. Expect to see the first fruits of this production run later this year. There are questions from this news item, which I have though. What will be the quality of the stock tape from NAC? That particular company does not have the best reputation in terms of its stock, at least from enthusiasts, put it that way. Also, from my knowledge, Revox has never produced cassette tape. So I have some trepidation about this. Lots of questions are triggered by this news piece. Even so, speaking as someone who actually owns a Studer cassette deck, I am intrigued. Cautious? Yes, but intrigued. If you want to know more, I will put a link below, as I will do with all of these news items. Next up, we have 2 turntables from Pro-Ject. Let's talk firstly about the Signature 12.2. Now, according to the company, the twin-speed belt-driven Signature 12.2 is the most advanced turntable Pro-Ject has ever built. made from more than 100 in-house CNC-machined polished parts. It includes a hand-painted MDF chassis covered in 10 layers of piano black lacquer, supported on adjustable conical tipped spring-loaded feet that can be adjusted from the top of the plinth. That plinth supports a 10.5 kilogram aluminium platter, topped with a baked recycled vinyl record mat. Underneath is a ceramic ball bearing with magnetic support. A new 12-inch aluminium tone arm uses a 3-point pivot bearing and includes adaptive anti-skating and an integrated level gauge. Spanning 580mm by 220 by 480mm, this one weighs in at a respectable 37 kilograms and features a centrally located control panel at the front of the plinth. You also get a pair of connected phono cables. This one is not cheap, as you might expect. Price is £10,599 or €12,000. Next up, also from Pro-Ject, is the Classic Reference. Now this one is derived both from the Classic Evo and the 175 Vienna Philharmonic turntable. I think that was a limited edition release. This new turntable is a 3-speed, so 78 is included, belt-driven turntable. It features Pro-Ject's Evo 9 AS HD 9-inch tone arm. Includes underneath ABEC, that's ABEC, ABEC 7 cardanic bearings in a large aluminium housing, paired at the very end with an SME headshell connector, so hot swapping should be pretty straightforward. The aluminium platter features TPE damping, and that sits above an MDF aluminium sandwich plinth, I would say. Also has TPE suspended subchassis for isolation. Both RCA outputs and balanced XLR sockets are included, so you can go either way depending on what you want to do. Spanning 460mm by 131 by 351mm, it includes a leather platter mat, some connected phono cables, and a Clamp-It spindle clamp. You also get a dust cover. Price, well, there's a few prices. There's £4,349 or €4,999 for the piano silver finish, or £5,199 and €5,990 for the acacia brass finish, which is very nice. Let's stay kind of with turntables, but let's talk about cartridges from a UK company called Kensington Audio. Kensington Audio is a new outfit, but it is part of the larger Talk Electronics family, based in the wonderfully monikered Royal Wootton Bassett, and who also handles their own tone arms, that's Talk, and also other brands like Edwards Audio, known for their turntables amongst other things, and Kestrel Audio, which also offers turntables. So Kensington, the new brand, has announced a whole range of moving coil only cartridges, hand assembled in the UK. The initial launch sees 5 of these models, and I'll quickly go through them. So we have the C500 at £599.95. This is a 10-gram cartridge, that's the overall weight, and this includes an aluminium cantilever, an elliptical stylus, and 4N OCC, that's copper, coils. Tracking force is about 1.4 grams. Next, the C600 at £849.95. Another 10-gram design. In fact, they're all 10 gram in terms of the actual body, the chassis. So take that as read. This one includes a boron cantilever and elliptical stylus, same tracking force. The C700 is £1,499.95. Another boron cantilever and elliptical stylus, same weight and tracking force. The C800 is £1,999.95. This has a rather swish ruby cantilever, fine line elliptical, and 6N OCC coils. Slightly lighter tracking force, 1.2, 1.3, that kind of thing. Top of the line is the C900 at £2,999.95. This is the flagship model, features a sapphire cantilever, same stylus tip as the earlier model, same overall weight, same tracking force. Again, I will put a link below if you want to peruse all of those models and drink in the specs. Finally, we have something from Primare, an all-in-one. This one is called, well, I'll put the name on the screen. I think you pronounce it Allt-i-Ett? Allt-i-Ett? Apologies to my Scandinavian friends if I've got that wrong. Apparently, Allt-i-Ett means all-in-one in Norwegian and Swedish. Please correct me if I'm wrong, folks, my Scandinavian viewers over there. Although, I have to say, I'm not sure how well this particular name travels in English-speaking hi-fi markets. I think it'll look a bit foreboding when people ask for one of these things, but what do I know? Hey, this new product, if you look at the images I'm putting up on screen, looks like Primare has name in its sights. It has that look, to my eyes at least. So the Primare includes Bluetooth with aptX HD codec support, Wi-Fi streaming controlled by the Prisma app. It's powered by a 300-watt amplifier. Connected is a speaker array, including 6 bass units, 2 mid-range drivers, and 2 waveguide tweeters, plus a digital signal processor. And that includes auto room EQ and something called the back with 2 C's 3D sound technology, which sounds like a pseudo surround sound thing to me. Anyway, you also get a HDMI EARC input for connecting to a TV and a subwoofer output. Wired and wireless headphone outputs are supported. Other features include a built-in phono amp, 3.5mm port, a radio, and prices of €2,990 or £2,700 or $3,500. And that's your lot, folks. Thanks for staying to the end of this particular video. And before you go, you will want an answer. Well, I'm going to give it to you anyway. Even if you don't want it, I'm going to give you this answer to the trivia question. Let's have the question one more time. Question is, 3 real criminal couples inspired 3 different songs by Bruce Springsteen, Georgie Fame, and the Smiths. Who were they? And the answer is Charlie Starkweather and Carol Ann Fugate, I think that's how you pronounce her name, Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow, plus Ian Brady and Myra Hindley. The Bruce Springsteen song Nebraska was inspired by the story of Charlie Starkweather and his girlfriend Carol Ann Fugate, who were tried for the killings of 11 people in Nebraska and Wyoming in a month at the end of 1957. Georgie Fame was the most successful of many artists who decided it was okay to sing about bank robbers and murderers with Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow, who died in a police ambush in 1934. Fame's single, The Ballad of Bonnie and Clyde, reached the top of the charts in 1968. Suffer Little Children was a 1984 song by the Smiths, which was inspired by the murders of 5 Manchester children at the hands of the Moors murderers, Ian Brady and Myra Hindley. And that could have been a toughie. I think I would have got the Georgie Fame one. I don't think I would have got the Springsteen one. And touch and go with the Smiths. I would have had to have had a good think. 50-50, not sure. Anyway, tell me how you got on, if at all. Tell me how many you got right. Be honest now, please. And I'll have another question next time around when I do another one of these. So yeah, down below, I'm going to put some links that need to be linked, of course. There's a link to my website, which you're welcome to browse, my Facebook group, which you're welcome to join, and my Patreon page, which I encourage you to join to support me and to support this channel. Because if you like this type of thing, well, to keep it going, I could do with a bit of support via Patreon, please. Just helps to fund this channel and all that jazz, you know? Anyway, I hope to see you back here tomorrow, actually, because I have a review, and I hope you can join me for that. I'd love to have your company. Until then, folks, bye-bye for now.